Lesson 1, Pizza Party.
Yo, Anna, are you in the mood for pizza tonight?
You bet. I could definitely go for a delicious slice or two, John.
Awesome, I was thinking we could order from that new place downtown. What kind of toppings are you feeling?
I'm craving something loaded. How about pepperoni, mushrooms, and extra cheese?
Ooh, that sounds amazing. Do you think we could also add some jalapenos for a little kick?
Definitely. I love a pizza with a bit of spice. Any other special requests you had in mind?
Well, since we're going all out, how about we get the pizza with a stuffed crust?
Yum, that's taking it to the next level. I'm getting hungry just thinking about it.
Same here. Alright, let's place the order. I can't wait to dig in.
Lesson 2, Crafting Clever Quips.
Hey Anna, have you noticed how a lot of popular jokes these days can be a bit, well, crude?
You're right, I've definitely noticed that. Some of them can be pretty questionable.
Yeah, it's like the more shocking or offensive the joke, the more people seem to think it's funny.
I know, it's kind of disappointing. I miss the days of clean, wholesome humor.
Totally. There's so much potential for clever, witty jokes without resorting to lowbrow material.
Absolutely. I bet if we put our heads together, we could come up with some really great, family-friendly jokes.
Hey, that's a fantastic idea. Let's see what we can come up with.
Okay, let me think. How about this one? Why can't a bicycle stand on its own? It's too tired.
Haha, that's a good one. Okay, let me try. What do you call a bear with no teeth? A gummy bear.
I love it. Oh, I've got another. Why was 6 afraid of 7? Because 7 ate 9.
Nice, that's a classic. Alright, my turn. What do you call a fake noodle? An impasta.
Haha, nice pun. I'm really enjoying this. We make a great comedy team.
For sure, I think we're onto something here. We should keep this joke session going.
Lesson 3, Culinary Collaboration.
Alright, Anna, I'm heading to the grocery store. Need anything specific?
John, as a matter of fact, I do. Can you pick up some fresh herbs for me?
Sure, no problem. Where should I look for them in the store?
You'll find them in the same section as the leafy greens, usually.
Gotcha, that makes sense. Any particular herbs you need?
Let me think. Some basil, rosemary, and maybe some thyme would be great.
Okay, basil, rosemary, and thyme. I'll make sure to grab those.
Wonderful, thank you so much. I really appreciate you picking those up for me.
Of course, happy to help. Is there anything else you need from the store?
No, I think that's all. The herbs are the main thing I was needing.
Alright, I'll be sure to get the best looking ones I can find.
You're the best. I know I can count on you to get high quality stuff.
You know it. I'll make sure to select the freshest herbs for your cooking.
I can't wait to try them out in my recipes. They're going to take my dishes to the next level.
I'm sure they will. You're such an amazing cook.
Ah, thanks, John. I couldn't do it without your grocery store runs.
Anytime, I'm happy to help however I can. That's what friends are for.
Absolutely. I really appreciate your support.
Of course, don't mention it. I'll text you when I'm on my way back.
Lesson 4, Culinary Connoisseurs.
Yo Anna, have you tried that new Thai place that just opened up?
You mean the one with the amazing pad thai and green curry? I have.
No way, how are they? I've been wanting to check it out.
Incredible. The flavors were so authentic and true to Thai cuisine.
That's awesome, I've been craving some legit Thai food lately.
You have to go. The pad thai was perfectly balanced and so flavorful.
And the green curry? I'm a big fan of a good green curry.
Hands down the best green curry I've had outside of Thailand. So creamy and fragrant.
Alright, you've sold me. I'm definitely hitting that place up soon.
You won't regret it. I think you'll be really impressed.
I can't wait. Thai food is probably my all-time favorite cuisine.
Mine too. There's just something so vibrant and delicious about it.
Totally agree. The herbs, spices, and balance of flavors is unmatched.
Exactly. It's a true culinary art form, in my opinion.
For sure. I'm getting hungry just thinking about it.
Me too. We should plan a trip there together sometime.
Definitely, that sounds like a plan. I'm down whenever you are.
Awesome, it's a date then. I can't wait to share that amazing Thai food with you.
Same here, this is gonna be great. I'm already looking forward to it.
Lesson 5, Nature Retreat.
Yo Anna, have you ever been on a hiking trip in the mountains?
No, but it's something I've always wanted to do. Why, do you have an idea?
As a matter of fact, I do. How about a cabin in the mountains? It would be perfect.
A cabin in the mountains? That sounds absolutely dreamy. Tell me more.
Well, imagine waking up to a beautiful mountain view, going for hikes all day.
That sounds incredible. I love the idea of immersing ourselves in nature like that.
Exactly. And the fresh air, the tranquility, it would be the perfect getaway.
I'm sold. When can we plan this little mountain retreat?
How about this weekend? I can look into finding us a cozy little cabin.
This weekend? Wow, you work fast. I love the spontaneity of it.
Well, I figured why not? We both could use a break from the city.
Absolutely. I can't wait to unplug and disconnect from the hustle and bustle.
Same here. It'll be so nice to just relax and appreciate the great outdoors.
I'm already picturing it: campfires, stargazing, peaceful hikes.
Exactly. And maybe we'll even spot some wildlife if we're lucky.
That would be amazing. I'd love to see some deer, or maybe even a bear.
Let's hope it's just the cute and cuddly kind of bears though.
Haha, yes, definitely. I'm getting excited just thinking about it.
Me too. This is gonna be the perfect little nature getaway.
Lesson 6: Surprise Snack.
Hey Anna, did you notice the clever move they made at the office today?
No, what happened? I must have missed it.
They brought in a huge platter of crunchy snacks for everyone to enjoy.
Oh, that sounds delightful. Did people seem to enjoy the surprise?
Definitely. Everyone was raving about how tasty and satisfying the snacks were.
That's wonderful. I love when little gestures like that help bring people together.
Absolutely. It's the small things that can really make a difference, you know?
Completely agree. Did you get a chance to try the crunchy snacks yourself?
You bet I did. They were absolutely divine, the perfect afternoon pick me up.
I'm jealous. I'll have to see if I can track some down for myself.
I'd be happy to share if there are any leftovers. They were too good to hoard.
That's so kind of you. I'll have to stop by your desk later and see.
Sounds like a plan. I'm sure there will be enough to go around.
I appreciate that. It's the little acts of generosity that really make a difference.
Couldn't agree more. It's the little things that can brighten someone's day.
Absolutely. I'm glad our office found a way to do that for everyone.
Me too. It's the kind of thing that makes me proud to work here.
Lesson 7: Global Flavors.
Afternoon. I heard you tried a new recipe recently. That sounds interesting.
Oh, yes, I did. I made a dish from a different country, and it turned out really well.
That's great. Which country's recipe did you decide to experiment with?
I made a hearty curry from India. The blend of spices was just so flavorful.
Oh, Indian cuisine is so rich and aromatic. What made you choose that particular dish?
I've been wanting to expand my culinary horizons, and Indian food is so vibrant.
I can imagine. What were some of the key ingredients you used in the curry?
Well, there was turmeric, cumin, coriander, ginger, and a touch of chili powder.
Wow, that sounds like quite the flavor profile. Did you serve it with any accompaniments?
Yes, I made some fragrant basmati rice and a cooling raita to balance out the heat.
That combo sounds absolutely divine. I'd love to try your Indian inspired dish someday.
I'd be happy to make it for you. Maybe we could plan a little culinary adventure together.
That's an excellent idea. I'm always up for exploring new cuisines and cultures through food.
Wonderful. I'll make sure to get all the authentic ingredients so you can truly experience it.
I appreciate that. Trying dishes from around the world is such an enriching experience.
I agree completely. Food is such a wonderful way to connect with different cultures.
Absolutely. I'm already looking forward to our culinary journey to India.
Lesson 8: Sporting Trends.
Hello. Have you been following the latest trends in the Olympic Games?
Oh, yes, it's been fascinating to see how the sports landscape has evolved.
Absolutely. I heard that the total number of events has risen significantly since the 1970s.
That's right. The Olympics have really expanded to include a wider variety of sports.
It's great to see the Games becoming more inclusive and diverse.
I agree. And I've noticed that some national sports programs, like here in Canada, have also grown.
Ah, yes, I've heard about Sport Canada's initiatives to support more athletes.
Yes, they've been investing heavily in development programs and infrastructure.
That's wonderful to hear. It must be making a real difference for up and coming athletes.
Definitely. I think it's helping to uncover a lot of untapped talent across the country.
That's so important. Nurturing the next generation of athletes is crucial.
Absolutely. And it's not just about winning medals, but promoting active lifestyles.
You're so right. The true spirit of the Olympics is about celebrating the joy of sport.
Exactly. It's inspiring to see how the games continue to evolve and inspire people.
I couldn't agree more. The Olympics are a true testament to the power of sport.
Indeed. I'm excited to see what the future holds for the Olympic movement.
Me too. It's going to be fascinating to witness the ongoing transformation.
Lesson 9, Artistic Pursuits.
Greetings. I heard you've been exploring some new creative hobbies lately.
Yes, that's right. Besides painting, I've really been enjoying sculpting and making pottery.
Oh, that's wonderful. I can imagine the satisfaction of working with your hands to create something tangible.
Absolutely. It's been such a fulfilling and calming experience. Do you have any artistic interests yourself?
Well, I've always been drawn to photography. There's something so magical about capturing the world through a lens.
I can see that. Photography is such a wonderful way to express your unique perspective.
Indeed. And the best part is, you can get really creative with the techniques and compositions.
Definitely. Have you ever tried experimenting with different lighting or angles?
Oh, all the time. I find that playing around with those elements can really transform a simple shot.
That's so cool. I'd love to see some of your work sometime. Maybe we could even collaborate on a project.
I would absolutely love that. We could combine our artistic talents and create something truly special.
It's a deal. I'm really excited to see what we can come up with.
Me too. This is going to be an amazing creative journey.
I can't wait. The possibilities are endless when you have a passion for the arts.
You're so right. It's truly a wonderful way to express ourselves and connect with the world.
Lesson 10, Creative Collaboration.
Afternoon. I've been thinking about our plan to work on an artistic project together.
Excellent, I'm so excited. What kind of ideas are you considering?
Well, I was thinking we could explore some mixed media techniques. Maybe combine painting, photography, and even some small sculptures.
Ooh, that sounds like it could be really unique and visually striking. I love the idea of blending different art forms.
Definitely. I feel like it would allow us to play off each other's strengths and create something truly one of a kind.
I agree, this is going to be so much fun. We'll have to brainstorm a theme or concept to tie it all together.
Absolutely. Maybe we could draw inspiration from nature or explore a certain emotional mood or atmosphere.
Wonderful suggestions. I'm already getting excited about the creative process and seeing how it all comes together.
Me too. I have a feeling this is going to be an incredibly rewarding collaboration.
I couldn't agree more. When can we get started? I'm ready to dive in.
How about this weekend? We can block off some time to really immerse ourselves in the project.
That sounds perfect. I'll clear my schedule and we can spend the day experimenting and creating.
Fantastic. This is going to be an absolute blast. I can't wait to see what we come up with.
Lesson 11, Captivating Presentation.
Morning. I've been working on a presentation and could use your creative input.
Wonderful, I'd be happy to help. What kind of presentation are you working on?
It's for an important client meeting, so I want to make it really engaging and interactive.
I see, that makes total sense. What sort of elements were you thinking of incorporating?
Well, I was hoping to use some animated slides and maybe even a few brief video clips.
Ooh, that sounds like it could be really eye-catching. What's the overall theme or message?
I'm focusing on our latest product launch and want to highlight the key features in a dynamic way.
Excellent, that's a great idea. Have you considered adding some audience participation?
That's an interesting thought. What did you have in mind?
Maybe a short quiz or a hands-on demonstration that gets the attendees involved.
I love that. It would really help keep them engaged throughout the presentation.
Exactly. And you could even offer a small prize for the best response or fastest participant.
Brilliant. That'll make it feel more like an event than just a standard presentation.
Absolutely. I can't wait to see the final result. This is going to be a real showstopper.
I sure hope so. Thanks for all your great ideas. This is going to be perfect.
Lesson 12, Grocery Galore.
Hey, have you finished all the grocery shopping for the week?
Not quite yet, I still have a few more items on my list. How about you?
I actually just got back from the store. Managed to cross everything off my list.
Wow, that's impressive. What were some of the things you needed to pick up?
Well, the usual suspects: milk, eggs, bread, and a few fresh fruits and veggies.
Ah yes, the essentials. Did you happen to grab any snacks or treats while you were there?
Of course. I couldn't resist picking up a couple of those new protein bars everyone's been raving about.
Ooh, nice. I've been meaning to try those. Did you get any other fun items?
Yes, I also grabbed some popcorn kernels to make homemade popcorn later.
Yum, that sounds delicious. I love homemade popcorn, it's just so much better.
Agreed. And I picked up a couple of those mini chocolate bars for a little post-dinner indulgence.
Oh, you're really spoiling yourself. I bet that'll hit the spot.
Ha, yes, I figured I deserved a little treat after conquering that grocery list.
Well, it sounds like you've got a well-stocked kitchen now. I'm a little jealous.
Ha, anytime you want to come over and share in the spoils, just let me know.
Lesson 13, Giant Friends.
You know, I was just thinking, if I was a giant, I don't think I'd have any normal-sized friends.
Oh, really? Why's that? I'm sure you could find some way to make it work.
I mean, think about it, everyone would be too tiny for me to talk to or even see properly.
Haha, good point. Trying to have a conversation with a friend the size of an ant would be pretty tricky.
Exactly. I'd probably end up accidentally squishing them or something. Not the best way to keep a friendship.
Yikes, yeah, that wouldn't be ideal. Although, you could probably use them as, like, pets or something.
Pets? I don't know, that feels a little demeaning, don't you think? I'd want them to be my equals.
You're right, my bad. Maybe you could build them a little giant-sized town or something?
Boo, that's an interesting idea. I could have a whole miniature city just for my tiny friends.
Yes. And you could use your giant abilities to protect and provide for them. It'd be like you're their superhero.
Haha, I like that. The giant guardian, keeping my little pals safe from harm.
Exactly. You'd be like a benevolent giant overlord, ruling with a gentle hand.
Benevolent giant overlord, I like the sound of that. Much better than accidentally stomping on everyone.
Definitely a better PR move. Though I'm sure you'd have some adoring fans among the tiny humans.
I can just see it now. Little people cheering me on as I stride through the streets.
It would be the sweetest, most wholesome thing ever. I'm convinced being a giant has its perks.
You know, I'm starting to think this giant friends idea has some real potential. I may have to give it some more thought.
Lesson 14, Solo Travel.
So, I've been thinking about taking a solo trip somewhere. What do you think about that?
A solo trip, huh? That's really exciting. Where are you thinking of going?
I'm not sure yet, that's the thing. I feel like it could be the perfect opportunity to just go wherever I want.
Ooh, I love that spontaneous approach. Having the freedom to just pick up and go is so liberating.
Exactly. No having to coordinate with anyone else or worry about anyone else's preferences.
Absolutely. Just you, your passport, and the open road. Or, open sky if you're flying.
Good point. Although, I do have to admit, the idea of traveling alone is a little daunting.
I can understand that. Going solo can be intimidating at first. But think of all the amazing benefits.
Such as? Enlighten me, please.
Well, for one, you'll have total control over your schedule and itinerary. No compromises.
Ooh, that does sound nice. And I bet I'd get to meet all sorts of interesting people along the way.
Totally. Traveling solo often makes you more open to striking up conversations with strangers.
That's true. And I wouldn't have to worry about anyone else's needs or wants, just my own.
Exactly. It's the ultimate in self-care and self-discovery. You'll learn so much about yourself.
The more I think about it, the more I'm getting excited about this idea.
I'm glad. Solo travel can be such an incredibly rewarding experience. You're going to have a blast.
Well then, I guess I better start planning. Any tips on where I should go first?
Lesson 15, Infamous Trials.
Hey Anna, did you hear about the O.J. Simpson murder trial? What do you think about that whole case?
The O.J. Simpson trial? That was such a crazy and controversial case, wasn't it? I still can't believe he was acquitted.
I know, right? There seemed to be such strong evidence against him, but the defense managed to create so much reasonable doubt.
Absolutely. They really pulled off an impressive legal strategy, even if it meant twisting the facts a bit.
Yeah, the "if it doesn't fit, you must acquit" line from his lawyer was pretty brilliant, even if it was a stretch.
Definitely a memorable line. And the whole race card angle they played up really seemed to sway the jury.
Definitely. It's like the defense turned the trial into more of a social and political statement than a straight up murder case.
Exactly. It became this huge media circus, with the public completely divided on whether O.J. was guilty or innocent.
Totally. And even now, years later, people are still debating whether justice was truly served in that case.
Exactly. It's one of those trials that will just always be shrouded in controversy and uncertainty.
Absolutely. I mean, the evidence seems so damning, but the defense was just so skillful in creating that reasonable doubt.
Seriously. It's a perfect example of how the legal system doesn't always produce the outcome that aligns with the actual facts.
Yeah, it really makes you wonder about the reliability of the justice system sometimes, doesn't it?
It really does. The O.J. trial just highlighted how complex and nuanced these kinds of cases can be.
Definitely a good lesson in not always taking things at face value, even when the evidence seems clear cut.
Absolutely. It's a fascinating case study in the power of persuasive rhetoric and legal maneuvering.
Couldn't agree more. It's just one of those trials that will forever be etched in our collective consciousness.
Lesson 16, Musical Musings.
Morning. Have you ever thought about learning to play a musical instrument?
I've always been curious about it, but it seems so complicated. I don't know if I have the patience.
Ah, come on. I think you'd be great at it. What kind of instrument were you interested in trying?
I've always loved the sound of the piano. But I hear it takes years to really master.
True, but even just the basics can be really rewarding. And it's such a versatile instrument.
I don't know. My fingers are so clumsy, I feel like I'd get frustrated and give up.
Nah, you just need the right teacher and a little bit of dedication. I bet you'd pick it up faster than you think.
Maybe. But what if I can't even read music? Isn't that like a prerequisite for playing the piano?
Not at all. There are plenty of ways to learn, even if traditional music notation isn't your strong suit.
Oh, really? Like what? I'd be curious to hear more about alternative approaches.
Well, you could start with just learning chords and playing by ear. Or even try an app that teaches you visually.
That does sound a bit more approachable. Maybe I'll look into it a bit more. It could be fun.
Absolutely. And think of all the beautiful music you could create. I'd love to hear you play someday.
Haha, we'll see about that. But I appreciate you encouraging me. It's making me want to at least give it a shot.
That's the spirit. I have a feeling you'd surprise yourself with how quickly you'd progress.
Alright, you've convinced me. I'm going to look into piano lessons. Who knows, maybe I'll be a natural.
I bet you will be. Can't wait to hear your first recital. I'll be your number one fan.
Lesson 17, Weekend Wonders.
Hey Anna, got any fun plans for the weekend?
Not really, I was actually hoping to get some relaxation in. How about you?
Well, I was thinking of doing a little hiking on Saturday. Might be a great way to unwind.
Ooh, hiking sounds lovely. I haven't been on a good hike in ages. Where were you thinking of going?
There's this really nice trail just outside the city. Gorgeous views, and not too strenuous.
That does sound wonderful. I could use some fresh air and scenic views. Would you mind if I tagged along?
Not at all. I was hoping you'd say that. It's always more fun to explore nature with a friend.
Definitely. I'll have to dig out my hiking boots, but I'm so in. What time were you planning to go?
How about we shoot for an early start, around 9 a.m.? That way we can beat the crowds and really soak it all in.
Sounds perfect. I'll be sure to pack some snacks and water. Can't go hiking on an empty stomach.
Good call. And maybe we can find a nice spot to stop for a picnic lunch halfway through.
Ooh, a picnic in nature? Doesn't get much better than that. I'm already getting excited.
Me too. This is going to be such a refreshing way to spend the weekend. I can't wait.
Neither can I. Thanks for inviting me. It's going to be a weekend well spent.
Absolutely. I'm glad we're on the same page. This is going to be the perfect outdoor adventure.
Lesson 18, Summertime Splashes.
Morning. You know what I've been craving on these hot summer days?
I'm guessing something to cool you down? Maybe an ice cream or a dip in the pool.
Exactly. In fact, I was thinking a nice jump into a cold pool would be perfect right now.
Oh, that does sound incredibly refreshing. I can just imagine the relief of that cool water.
Definitely. The thought of escaping this heat and jumping into a nice pool is so tempting.
I'm with you there. A pool party sounds like the ideal way to beat the summer swelter.
Definitely. We should organize something. Get a group of friends together for a pool day.
I love that idea. We could pack a picnic, bring some music, and just spend the whole day splashing around.
Exactly. And afterwards, we could all go out for some ice cold lemonade or smoothies.
Ooh, yes please. That sounds like the perfect summer afternoon. I'm getting excited just thinking about it.
Me too. We'll have to start planning. I'll see who's available and we can pick a date.
Sounds good to me. I'll start coming up with a menu for our poolside picnic.
Excellent. This is going to be so much fun. I can't wait to just dive right in and cool off.
Same here. A pool party is exactly what we need to make the most of this summer heat.
Absolutely. It's going to be a blast. I'm already counting down the days.
Lesson 19, Fitness Frenzy.
Yo! I've noticed you've been looking extra fit lately. What's your secret?
Well, I've been making fitness a real priority in my life lately. It's been a game changer.
That's awesome. Do you have a specific workout routine you stick to, or do you mix it up?
A bit of both, actually. I have a core set of exercises I do regularly, but I also like to switch things up.
That sounds like a smart approach. Variety is key to keeping workouts interesting, right?
Exactly. I find that changing up the exercises, intensity, and even the location really helps motivate me.
That makes a lot of sense. So, what kind of workouts do you typically do? I'd love to get some ideas.
Oh, a little bit of everything. Strength training, cardio, yoga, you name it. I try to hit all the major muscle groups.
Wow, that's impressive. I've been meaning to get back into a more consistent fitness routine myself.
Well, I'm happy to share some of my favorite exercises and tips if you're interested. Fitness is a journey, after all.
I would really appreciate that. I could use all the help I can get to get back on track.
Wonderful. We can swap workout ideas and keep each other motivated. Fitness is way more fun with a partner.
You got that right. This is gonna be great. I'm feeling pumped just thinking about it.
Lesson 20, Artistic Escapades.
Yo! I heard you've been getting into some art lately. That's so cool.
You bet. I've discovered that art is such a wonderful form of self-expression.
That's awesome. What kind of art have you been exploring? I'd love to hear more.
Well, I've been dabbling in a bit of everything: painting, sketching, even pottery.
Wow, pottery? That sounds like it would be so therapeutic and relaxing.
Absolutely. The process of shaping the clay is just so calming and meditative.
I can imagine. It must be really rewarding to create something tangible with your own hands.
It really is. And the best part is, there's no pressure to be perfect. It's all about the journey.
I love that mindset. Art should be about the joy of creating, not about perfection.
Exactly. And it's been such a great outlet for me, you know? Helps me de-stress.
That's fantastic. I've been meaning to explore some artistic hobbies myself.
You should totally give it a try. I'd be happy to show you some of the basics, if you're interested.
I would really appreciate that. I think it could be a game changer for me.
Wonderful. We can make a fun art date and get creative together. It'll be a blast.
I'm so in. I can't wait to tap into my inner artist. This is exactly what I need.
Lesson 21, A Night Out Debate.
Hey Anna, I've got an idea. Let's go out tonight and have some fun.
Oh, come on. I was really looking forward to just staying in and relaxing.
Ah, come on. It'll be great. We can try that new restaurant downtown.
I don't know. I had a long day, and I just want to recharge at home.
Well, I better not twist your arm. If you really want to stay in, I guess I'll stay home too.
Ah, don't be like that. I don't want you to miss out on a fun night out.
I know, but I don't want to go alone. It's more fun when we're together.
You make a good point. Alright, let's compromise. How about we go out for just a bit?
Yes. I knew I could convince you. This is going to be a blast, I promise.
Okay. But let's keep it low key, okay? I'm not up for a crazy night.
Deal. We'll take it easy and just enjoy each other's company. Sound good?
Sounds perfect. Alright, let's get going before I change my mind again.
Ha, you got it. This is going to be the perfect night out, I can feel it.
I sure hope so. Now let's get moving before I decide to stay in after all.
You won't regret this, I swear. Let's do this.